I have a new garage, which means I can finally put this somewhere where it will be protected. It's sat outside getting covered with leaves and crap, which hasn't done its overall condition very well. I did have covers on it, but they blew off, and my weak attempts to tie them down didn't work so well. So now I have a garage. I need to get it started, loaded up on the trailer, and then whisked off to its new home. But while it's here and I've got a hose pipe and a high pressure washer, I'm going to blast it all off and get rid of this crap, make it a bit happier. First thing I'll be needing is a battery. It's all coming back to me now. I remember drilling that out because the bolt had seized, and all the other jobs I did on this thing. Brand new brake master and reservoir. Hopefully just a battery in this thing will fire up. If it doesn't, that'll be quite annoying. I've also got to go and find the keys, because I don't know what I've done with them. I obviously left it unlocked, but quite what I did with the keys, I don't know. Right, this will be quite an interesting test for this car. Battery with about 12 volts in it. It could be more for cranking, but it's a little bit low. I've found my rather fetching Austin Rover key, and this car has not started for probably a year, and it will be interesting to see what happens. I'm just going to start it from cold. It's pretty cold out here today. Obviously start it from cold. Don't we have lights? No nasty relay clicks or anything. Oh yes. Well, that's a result. I'm always slightly nervous of starting cars from when they've been sat for a long time, because it's that disappointment you feel when they don't go, and then how much fault finding are you going to have to do into actually getting it starting again. Sounds alright actually. I remembered it had a bit of a whine. That seems to have cured itself, so neglect is what these cars need, it would appear. So I'm going to move it out. Hopefully that will still drive. Tyres have actually still got air in them, which is good, so I'll bring that out here and then get busy washing it. Pulled away fine. Handbrake wasn't stuck on, so that was all good. It does look a bit sorry for itself with its matching turdy beige coloured front wings, but the reason it looks like that is because this car I basically de-rusted. It had a lot of rot in around this area, and where the where the trailing arm, which you can just see there, goes into its big cup washer on the underside of the car. It actually failed its MOT on sills, so it's had new sills, the full length, both sides. It's had repairs to the front ends of the sills as well, but basically now it has no rust apart from the roof here. It's bubbling up. I don't really know why. There's evidence of some previous repairs having made, but basically I need to take, this is what I need to do really, is take the headlining out, take the sunroof cassette out, and attack it with a grinder to see how bad it is. I still don't really know what to do with this car. It's only done 52,000 miles. It's the 2.7 auto, and it's an SI, which means unlike the SLI, it doesn't have stupid things like ABS or aircon or stuff to go wrong. It's just the biggest engine you can get in the nicest body shell, and it's dead simple, and it's a real hooligan's car. So I really should sell it, but it's too ugly to sell at the moment. And the reason it's been sitting here is because I didn't want to commit to doing all this while I didn't have a garage, because it would just deteriorate even faster. It's not often you actually get wood lice living in your scuttle, but that's what I've found over on that side. We have sticks, all sorts of compost in here. Nice. So I'm going to pick all that out before I try and hose it off, because it will just get fired down there even deeper. This is the remnants of my cover. The string is just rotted to nothing. Well, I'm sure you get the general idea. I'll be washing this car for a while. Fun. Well, that's the first stage of the wash complete. I wouldn't say it looks like a new car, but it looks a lot better. So now I'm going to go and get some proper actual like car wash soap stuff and go over it again, and then jet wash it off afterwards. What's quite impressive is this rear arch from there all the way round down under here. That's all new, as is the inner arch. I sort of hand fabricated all of that, and the only thing that's been on it protecting it is that epoxy mastic, that Jotun 87. It's really expensive, but it shows you why they use it on oil rigs and fishing trawlers and stuff, because it's perfect. Up here it was just etch primer, which is why it's rusted, just surface rust, which I could rub back no problem. But yeah, a testament to how good that epoxy mastic stuff is. That's better. All cleaned up. I'm still in a quandary what to do with this car, because really it needs an MOT. There's nothing on it now that should cause it to fail, because it only failed on rust on the sills and washer jets not working, so that's all done. I really should investigate that rust in the roof a bit more, but I kind of don't want to open a can of worms. It's not as bad as I thought it was actually, so it might just need a few patch repairs or just rubbing down, treating and then filling. But after that, it's the expense of getting it resprayed, which, you know, can't really afford at the moment. In an ideal world, I'd also pull out both front and rear subframes, change all the bushes, powder coat it, put it all back together again. Front brakes are new, rear brakes are okay, suspension's okay in itself, it's just all a bit scruppy, and there's a couple of tied bushes which it got advisories on. So yeah, don't really know what to do with this car. I probably should just sell it, but in its current state I doubt I'd get much more than about 500 quid, and they're pretty rare, so I don't know, seems a bit of a shame. So there we have it, car delivered. It's not exactly super waterproof. In fact, there's quite a lot of water on the floor running back along there, but it's better than being outside under that oak tree. This garage will be renovated slightly to keep the worst of the elements out, but yeah, progress.